Tian, the floor is yours. So how this is going to work, guys, is me and Martin, we don't know the questions. He's taking us on a journey. Hopefully you can come along, answer as you answer yes or no, or what you would do for yourself, and we're going to try and cover a broad spectrum of it. There will be times when you hear the bell, and when you hear that bell that I can't find now, then it is time to move on. We've been on it for too long. That's the rule. Everyone happy with that?
Okay.
Yes,
Tian,
yes.
You can go.
Okay, so there's a concept called the golden rule that is applied basically universally. And the golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. And especially now, as all of us are parents, we starting, well, me and Duan's children are at an age where you're starting to teach them this kind of concept. So do you believe that you should treat others the way you want to be treated?
In what scenario? All scenarios.
Let's say the broadest aspect. Let's say you're teaching it to your child. You want him to treat other children the way he expects to be treated.
In general, yes. Yeah.
So you, Martin?
Well, that's a hard one because I'm
But
not.
then what if he gets bullied? Then no, I want him to knock him out. And I don't want him to be knocked out. so you can't treat him like you want to be treated. So, but in general, let's go with yes for me.
So and just so Martin.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Well, let's take specific examples. Let's start with
like
if someone's mistreating you or bullying you, should you treat him the way you expect to be treated?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so we can kind of say like what we want to do is we want to take the golden rule and we're going to improve on it.
Okay.
Theoretically, we're going to call it the platinum rule. We're going to say like, okay, so the golden rule applies except when we don't like the person. But that's a bit vague. So let's say if the person doesn't treat you well, or how would you articulate that?
Well, okay. I'll say it like this: if someone is rude to me with words, like he calls me bold, like my gym partner in the garage does, and then I treat. If someone is rude with words, I'll say yes. You say thank you, sir, or you treat it the way you would want to be treated because it might have a positive effect. But if a guy walks up to me and he hits me.
Okay, so then you're saying that you should treat everybody like yourself. You should be nice to everybody, and you're going to expect everybody to be nice to you.
Are we talking about ourselves now or our children?
First ourselves.
Ourselves.
You can't teach your child something you haven't figured out.
Yeah. No. Okay.
So yes, Tian. Yeah. So if treat everyone the way you want to be treated until they cross a certain limit, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I like the idea of talking about your child because it's something which you can see from a third person's perspective. So
I would want Leon to treat people like you want to be treated until that person crosses the line and get physical. But if I can put this into a framework.
Okay.
You just
so
want
if
to
a guy
fight.
walks up and push him, pushing is fine. Yeah, that's hard because then he pushes him. That's fine. But if he hits him, then hit back.
Okay. And so.
But then you can take it like it's a pretty vague scenario. So some areas you would say yes,
and some no.
And some no. Let's go. You can go extreme. If somebody shot me in the leg.
I'm not going to thank him.
Yeah, I'm not. You're gonna shoot him back, or I think it's your personality basically. If you got a aggressive personality and somebody shove you,
but
then
your child. So you teach him that if the kid is rude to you, walk away.
I won't teach my child. I will leave him. He must make his own decisions. If he wants to, I'm just talking about the scenario of if somebody pushes him at school, I'm not going to tell him walk away, push him back. Do what your personality is.
Quickly off the thing. Josh comes to you saying, "Daddy, this guy's bullying me. What's your advice?" You're going to shut up and say, "Man, what's your?" He comes to us and says, Dad, this guy pushes me every day. What must I do? What
Well,
do I do?
Yeah, but it's how I grew up and my personality. I would tell him, listen, stand up and move him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then you
line,
then you've got people. Let's say, example, somebody else that didn't grow up with any. It's hard to explain, but somebody that respects more not to fight and to talk it out. So, and that dad would say, don't fight. Let's talk it out and stuff like that.
The golden rule is not only physical, meaning he can hit the guy with words. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
It's not to say like it's not a physical confrontation.
Yes,
but if this guy treats your child badly by bullying him with words, do you want your child to say "I love you"?
No, I know, but you've been out of school so long. So if you got a bully that's big and plays rugby and stuff, and he bullies, and you hit him with the best.
With your car. No one's bigger than.
No. I'm just saying, you hit him with words, like very smart words. He's not gonna like, oh, okay, you hurt my feelings now. He's gonna murder you still. He's gonna hit you. So, yeah.
I don't know. I was a bully, and a guy once said to me, "Look at your boob," and I'm still sensitive. Okay, continue on.
Okay.
But how would you teach your child to if he does something wrong? And our children's now at that age where they're the bully. They're taking something from me, like my computer and then my mouse, and I'm like, well, understand that this hurts my feelings. And the only way to tell him to do that is to say, like, how would you feel if I do that to you? In fact, sometimes I do that to him just so he can understand he needs to treat me the same way as I expect to be treated. So what other framework could you use to explain to your child that he should treat others the way he expects to be treated? The only way to teach that to them would be to say, treat them the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then by doing the example you show it. You put it into action.
And this is obviously it's a cornerstone of most societies. Like it's biblical. Love thy neighbor, and in everything do as you would have done unto you. But if you are, say you have got a drinking problem, right?
I don't, Jan. It's long. The time is gone. It's long over.
Say you have a drinking problem, and
stop with the drinking.
Your wife cares for you. Is she supposed to be nice to you about it? You expect your wife to be nice to you,
but
if you have a drinking problem.
I think I've got the answer for this one. It's got to be cruel to be kind.
It's got to be cruel to be kind.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
So, for instance, that's why you give your child a hiding. The hiding is a cruel act done in kindness and love to better him. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a hiding. So, for instance, like you just said, you have a drinking problem. Your wife has to be cruel, meaning confront you or to put you into rehab or whatever. I don't know how extreme it is. And you will see that as cruel, but she will see it as a step to be kind.
Yeah.
And help you.
Yeah.
So the answer to what was the question? The wife and she's not cruel to him, and she's actually treating him like she would want to be treated, which ends in kindness, I think.
Okay. So we say okay, sorry, Martin.
No, I agree with Duan. It's exactly what I think also. Well, it depends. If your wife doesn't care about you, she's not going to do jack shit about it.
That's what I mean. Then the silence is almost the cruelness.
Yeah. Yes.
Where now the cruelness is the kindness.
Yes.
So in order for this system to work, you would treat your wife the way that you would be expected to be treated if you had the same problem. So you would, you'd want her to be mean to you or do whatever is required because you would do the same for her, not in kindness, in love.
Yes. No, I agree. I hear what you say. Yeah, I agree. Which is hard because in that moment you're gonna hate her.
Yeah.
Like no boy wants to be getting a hiding from his dad, but 20 years later he's like, "Thank you for teaching me not to put that needle in my neck or whatever."
Okay, but what then now if the person is a murderer or a rapist?
Could put that into a context story for the dumb guy.
Okay, you meet somebody, right, on the street. He asks you for 100 rand. They recognize your face, and you're like, "Hey, weren't you in that trial? And aren't you an actual known murderer?" Well, how do you treat that? Because you're supposed to love him. You're supposed to treat him the way you expect to be treated.
But he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Is he
Not by
a
name.
murderer or is his trial still on? 'Cause
No,
that-
he's guilty.
okay.
He was caught on CCTV. It was definitely him. He's a horrible person.